In this video, we'll look at how to find scholarly articles using Academic Search Complete. Starting on the library's homepage at tncc.edu/library, look for the tab for Favorite Resources, and then the link for Academic Search Complete. Academic Search Complete is a great database if you're not really sure where to start. It has scholarly articles as well as magazine and newspaper articles, and it covers lots of different topics. When Academic Search Complete loads, you'll notice that there are 3 separate search boxes, and this is where I'll enter my keywords. Today I'm looking for articles for my research topic, Should College Athletes Be Paid? So my keywords will be college athletes and pay. I also know that there are some synonyms for pay like salary and compensation, so I'm actually going to go ahead and enter those words in here too, but separated by an or. And what this will do will tell the database to search for college athletes and pay, or college athletes and compensation, or college athletes and salary. So that gives us a little bit more flexibility. So we got 327 results, but before I look at those results, I want to do a little bit of work on the left side so I can narrow those results down a little bit. So I'm actually going to check the box for full text, and that's going to make sure we have access to the full articles in all cases. And that narrowed our results down to 196. The next thing I'm going to do is take a look at the publication dates. So the earliest article in this list is from 1950, and I think that's too old for my topic. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just say I will look at articles from the past 10 years. And that's going to vary depending on what your topic is, what the scope of your assignment is, and maybe even what your instructor tells you to do. So think about what's appropriate for your particular topic. And the very last thing I'm going to do on the left side is think about whether or not I need scholarly articles. And you'll notice there's actually a checkbox over here that says scholarly or peer-reviewed articles, and that'll get rid of anything that's not. Otherwise, in this particular search, I'm at least going to have newspapers and magazine articles mixed in. So I need to determine whether or not that's appropriate for my assignment, or did my instructor say that I can only use scholarly articles? So those are some things to consider, but a lot of times it's really good to actually have a mix of different types of sources. So you'll have to make that determination for yourself, or maybe talk to your instructor and decide what to do. So I'm going to leave those in for the time being, but just know that if you check the box for scholarly and peer-reviewed, that's going to narrow down quite a bit more as well. So now I'm actually going to start looking at my results. So I'm going to go back to the middle here. So the first article in the list is coming from an academic journal, so this tells us it's one of those scholarly articles. This is our article title, our author, where it's coming from, our date, volume, issue, page numbers. So all of the things that we'll need to create a citation later on. This next paragraph is just a summary of the article. It lets us know whether or not we want to read it, gives us an overview, that kind of thing. Underneath are the subjects that are assigned to the article. So this is a really great place to get other keywords where we can go back and do a search later on with different words, or it can just kind of give us an idea of whether or not this article is actually focused on our topic. So for example, this one has college athlete salary at the beginning, so it's a good chance that this is really about college athletes and their salaries. The next thing that we're looking for is the full text. So that's the actual full text of the article, so we can go in and take a look at that. I'm going to look at a couple other results in the list. This first one, this is, it says it's a periodical. This is actually a magazine article in this database. So it's coming from a magazine called The New Republic. We still have an abstract here. Again, we've got our subjects under here. We've got college sports in the United States, college athletes salaries. So pretty good chance that this article might be focused on that topic too. And then underneath we've got our full text again. So you'll notice that one of them has HTML, one has PDF. PDF is an actual copy of the article as it was originally published. So that's really the one that I recommend if you have a choice. HTML is usually just the text of the article. So if you've got an option, sometimes you don't, but if you've got one, I would go with the PDF full text. Again, underneath we've got some more academic articles. Sometimes you'll notice that the abstracts are a lot longer. And let's go ahead and click on full text so we can take a look at one of those articles. So here is our actual article. If you need to print this article, you can do it from this screen right here. You can also, and this is what I would really recommend you do every single time, is if you find an article that you want to go back and read, go ahead and email it to yourself. And that way it's going to be in your email. You don't have to come back into the database. So if you click on this little email icon on the right side, you can send it to any email. It does not have to be your Thomas Nelson email address. Go ahead and pop that in and it will send this to you as a file. You can also tell it to send you a formatted citation along with the email, and depending on what citation style you use, MLA, APA, you can ask that that citation be sent along with it. So here's our full article. Over here on the right hand side too, we've got this little yellow piece of paper. That is our citation. If you click on that, you'll see what the citation for APA looks like, for example, or MLA. And I do want to stress that these are just computer generated citations. No one has gone to check to make sure they're accurate. The information is there, but some of the formatting may be off. Going back and looking at the APA citation for this one, there are a couple of problems with it, but as far as capitalization, but the information is really pretty close, so you'll just have to make some tweaks. So you can copy and paste this into a references page and then make some changes to it in order to make it accurate and up to date. So going back to the results list, again, PDF full text, PDF full text. This is a newspaper article, so this one will look a little bit different. And there is our actual article. So that's a real brief overview of how to use Academic Search Complete. I don't want you to be discouraged if you're not finding much with your keywords. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to figure out what the correct combination of keywords is. Sometimes you're overwhelmed with too many results, but sometimes you get very few results or no results. So in that case, I always want you to use this Ask a Librarian link to get in touch with us. It's perfectly legitimate to send us an email and say, hey, here's my topic. I'm not sure what words to type in. So please use the Ask a Librarian service. You can send us an email straight from this page. And you can actually include your search history so we can see what you've done already. You can also go back to the library homepage and use the Ask a Librarian link down here to get in touch with us, to chat with us as well. So we're always here for you, and we want you to ask questions. You don't have to do this alone.